But my identity and my personality at work, there was a vast contrast in the way I carried myself outside work, because I wanted to be perceived a specific way in our industry. I wanted to be taken seriously, because that's the value that are set in the industry, or in a professional work environment such as that you need to be serious, you need to be the expert, and you just want to be taken seriously so you can promote and people can rely on you and count on you. And I enjoyed specific aspects of that, don't get me wrong, because I felt I was good at it, but it missed me entirely. It missed the creative part of me, the part that loved engaging with people, the part that was super empathetic, because it's such a technical field. I rarely wanted to engage somebody in a non-technical manner.
Right.
And that was very difficult for me, and you're almost living two lives like that. I'm living a life differently when I'm at work.
You're Neo.
That's what I like to hear. There we go. I'm finally out.
Yeah.
Unplugged me. And it does feel like I'm now much more in the real world, and I'm allowed to be myself.
Damn, real world. You boldly say that.
I would say so. I mean, that's how big of a contrast it is.
Yeah.
And it seems ridiculous to say that, quitting your job and heading down another path can have such a crazy impact, but my world's been totally changed. And I always knew deep down somewhere, oh man, there's got to be more than this. And it was hard to really put my finger on what it was. I always looked at artists and thought, like, man, I love the passion they have, and the idea of being a starving artist really appealed to me, but I understood intellectually, but not through experience. But now I can understand experientially why people sacrifice all these things: retirement, 401k, stability, things that are valued heavily in our culture, for the pursuit of passion or something they love. Something that may have relatively no impact on others, but for them it's everything.
Right. So I have a question for you.
Let's hear it.
What part of you has revealed more since you were on this path? Meaning that you're happier now. You find your daily lives more meaningful. And I'm curious, like, what part of you was hidden before, but now is more revealed?
I don't think it's so much that it was hidden. It was just, now I'm spending all my time leaning totally into who I want to be.
Right.
So, I mean, for example, in the last year, there's been just trying a lot more things that I wouldn't have entertained previously, because either I didn't have the time for it, I couldn't, pursue hobbies I liked, or lean into the creative side, because all my time, my free time, was spent pursuing rock climbing or things of that nature. And even my identity, I've grown my hair out. Granted, that's been the last couple of years, but it's been a slow and continuous process. We just recently got tattoos mourning the loss of our friend, which was totally unexpected. But if I was in a professional environment, I probably wouldn't have got a tattoo like that. My ears are pierced, and these are all simple things that seem really silly, but they're things I probably would not have entertained, because I want it to be perceived a specific way in my industry, even though it was completely opposite of my identity. But now I've been enabled to lean into it, and I feel more at home in my body, in my own skin, my hair, the way I carry myself, and I can just be at ease with who I am. And I always had that outside work, but now I don't have to worry about going into work and being a certain way. So in that way, it's kind of shined a light on the path, and it's made those things much more clear, so much so I can't imagine leaving the path ever again.
Yeah, that's a very powerful statement. Right.
What about you, though? Because you're in a similar boat, you quit your job too. And
yeah, I think my situation is pretty similar to you, that, when I was at work, part of it is because I wasn't happy, but also at the same time, I didn't really feel the need to reveal myself or reveal my identity at workplace, because it's not like I was an asshole. Like, I don't want to fucking, talk to these people.
A bit of an asshole.
Right. Well, that's why we're friends. It's not like that. I mean, there were good people, obviously. There were smart people, especially at work, right? But I really didn't feel the need to interact with people and socialize because I felt like I didn't think at the time that I would be able to genuinely interact with the people. And I was more focused on my work and tasks, which were very stressful. So, in a way, I was really similar as you, that, I lived like two different lives. Like at workplace, I might have looked like an asshole, always quiet, reserved, but I'm not like that at all, right? I mean, you know that, right?
Yeah.
In real life, I'm not like that at all. I'm goofy. I laugh all the time, have fun, talk about girls all the time.
We talk about that forever.
Right. Things like that. So since I quit my job, I feel like I'm living more genuinely. And therefore, every part of it, every minute of it doesn't feel like a waste.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Because there is so much time in our industry and a job for anybody that feels unfulfilled, where even if you have downtime, you're thinking to yourself, I'd rather not be getting paid than having to be here. Even though I'm getting paid doing nothing, my time feels more valuable, and you're so aware that you're wasting your life.
Yes, I think that's the important part. I think here is that it was not the job itself that made it miserable. The job was good. It paid good, and it was not. It's kind of hard to explain this to those who don't know well about semiconductor industry, but it could be really quiet for a long time, and it could be really busy for some time, right? So the job itself was bearable. It was not like I couldn't be there anymore because the job itself was so hard, and those elements of work made me feel like I can't just bear this anymore. It's not like that. The job was good overall, but I felt strongly all the time that I'm not doing the right thing for my life.
Yeah.